Give up the outcome and focus on the present. I'm outside today, getting a little tan, getting a little sunshine, and I want to talk to you guys about just focusing on what you can control and focus on what you can do. We, as human beings and as men especially, we like to control everything that we can. We like to control the outcome. We like to control what other people say, what other people think about us, what the narrative is, and different things like that. And in order for you to make progress, in order for you to do anything, you have to focus on what you are doing right now. So you got to give up the outcome, the end goal, and just focus on what you're doing right now. The end goal and the present moment right now, they are intertwined. They are the same thing. And whatever type of energy, whatever type of focus you bring to the now is going to be what result you get in the future. And so you can't control nature, you can't control the universe. The only thing that you can control is what you are doing right now. The only time frame you have any ability to manipulate is right now. You have no ability to manipulate the future. You have no ability to change the past. All you can do is focus on what you are doing right now and how you can act in a certain way that is in alignment to your goals and in alignment to the person that you ultimately want to be. The very first rule with this is that your excuses do not matter. We all have shit going on. We all have problems. We all have things to take care of. We all have things to do. But you can't use that as an excuse. You can't use that as an excuse to not do the things that you know you're supposed to do. And the reason why I say this is because putting out content, making videos, and trying to get my name out, build a brand, things like that, it's a new thing for me, right? And it's a new thing for me, but like with anything, it requires consistency, it requires discipline, it requires skill, and it requires showing up every single day and just focusing on the action that you're doing. Like right now, I'm just going to focus on this action right here, right now. Sometimes I'll miss days. Sometimes I'll miss days. Sometimes I'll have an excuse as to why I miss days. Sometimes I'll have an excuse as to why I didn't post or why I didn't post on my story or do 10 stories or film a video or whatever the case may be. I'll have an excuse as to why I didn't do it. Maybe I didn't have time. Maybe I had a busy day. Maybe I had a work event. Whatever the case may be, sometimes I'll have an excuse. But what only matters is whether you did the action or you didn't, right? Whether you did the thing or you did not. Whether you went to the gym and you ate your meals or you did not. Whether you did your cardio or you did not. Whether you talked to a new person or whether you did not. Whether you sent DMs or whether you posted or you did not. That's all that counts is what you do and your intention and your energy behind what you do. And so if you make an excuse, even though your excuse might be valid, maybe you were super tired, maybe you didn't have energy, maybe you had something going on, maybe you didn't have a lot of time, maybe you felt like you needed to rest. All of those things are valid excuses, but they're excuses at the end of the day, and that is what is holding you back from getting to where you want to go. Listen to the excuses. You got to listen to them, but separate yourself from them, which is my second point in this video, is that you got to see your excuses and you got to see your thoughts and you got to see your emotions and your desires and different things, but not act on them. You have to have some level of self-control, some level of self-control over your laziness, over your lust, over your greed, over every single thing in life, right? I'm sure we all get like intrusive thoughts and weird thoughts, and we don't act on them, obviously. When it comes to doing the stuff that you know you're supposed to do, and you get the thoughts are like, oh, you don't need to do this, oh, you don't need to do that, oh, I'm tired today, I'm lazy today, I'm not going to do it today. You should be able to see those thoughts and still act in the manner that is conducive to the person you want to be and the man that you want to become and the goals that you want to achieve. So it's all about hearing the thoughts, seeing the thoughts, but detaching yourself from it, right? And I guess this could be the second law too, is detachment, but detaching yourself from your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions, and just focusing on the action and sitting in the bleachers, right? And what I mean by sitting in the bleachers is that you are sitting down watching the field, you are sitting down looking at your thoughts, and you are a separate entity from those thoughts, from those feelings, from those emotions, right? There are probably times in your life, in your daily life, and just the day to day when you have moments where you don't have any thoughts and you're just focused on the present, you're immersed into what you're doing. And those are moments of basically detachment. Those are moments of when you are so focused and so immersed into the things that you're doing, you're not worrying about your thoughts, your feelings, and emotions. Because no matter what you do, no matter how well you do it, no matter how good you are at what you do, no matter how long you've been doing it, those thoughts, feelings, emotions, and things are going to arise, whether it's lust, whether it's greed, whether it's laziness. All of those things are always going to arise no matter how long you've been doing something. Even for me, like I've been going to the gym for a very long period of time now, probably like 3 or 4 years. And there'll be still times when I'm like, oh, I don't really want to drive to the gym. I don't really want to go today. My body feels tired. whatever the case may be, right? We all have our different excuses, but all that matters is whether you do the action or not. That's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing that counts. And also your intention and your energy behind the action. If you are in the gym, but you're not really focusing on what you're doing, your mind is somewhere else. Maybe you're thinking about a girl, or you're thinking about a situation, or you're thinking about an event, right? Again, you're not detaching yourself. You're not detaching yourself in those situations as well if you're doing something like that as well. So what matters is what you do and your energy and your intention behind what you do and how focused and how present you are while you do it. Because if you do those things, it's going to stack up, it's going to build up, and you're going to get to the result that you want to get to. Give up the outcome and just focus on what you are doing right now in order to get to where you want to go. That's all that matters. Give it up, right? Detach yourself from it. Detach yourself from your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your laziness, your desires. Detach yourself from it and see it. Recently, I've been reading this Buddhism book, and it's all about seeing everything that's going on, like seeing your thoughts, seeing your feelings, seeing your emotions, seeing your desires, seeing what's going on in the world, being in reality and rooted in reality. Once you are able to see it, a new portal opens up, a new perspective opens up to where you are no longer those thoughts, feelings, and emotions, but you are the awareness behind. At the end of the day, did you do the action or did you not? Did you go to the gym? Did you eat your meals? Did you post your content? Whatever, did you work on your business? Did you talk to a new person? Did you be social? Did you read the book? Whatever it is that you need to do, you either did it or you don't. Your excuses do not matter. So you got to stop operating off how you feel, what your thoughts are, what your emotions are, and start operating off of did you do the action or did you not? That's all that matters, and that's all that counts at the end of the day, right? If you sleep in, if you wake up early, those things still count. If you go to the gym, if you skip the gym, those things still count. If you do miss a day, if you do have an excuse or you do have something that pops up that causes you to miss, or you miss an action or you miss the thing that you need to do, just get right back on the bandwagon, right? Just get right back. If you relapse or whatever the case may be, you just get right back to what you're doing and get back to the person that you know you're meant to be. Another question that you can ask yourself is, what would the best version of myself do in this situation, do in this moment right now? That's a question that you can ask yourself literally every single day when you wake up. What would the best version of myself do today? What would my most developed version of myself do today? And then from there, you just take the actions that's in alignment with that person and who you want to be. So if you ever miss a day, that's fine. But don't make it a pattern, right? Missing a day or making a mistake, it's a one-time thing, right? That is how you learn from it and you move on, right? No matter how disciplined, no matter how focused, no matter how much motivation, no matter how much drive you have, something in life is probably going to get into the way. And odds are you're going to have to adjust, and maybe you're going to miss a day. Maybe you're going to skip a workout. Maybe, whatever the case may be, but do not make it 2 days in a row. Do not make the same mistake twice. Do not hit the same rock that you just ran over, right? Focus on, if you miss a day, getting right back on the bandwagon, getting right back on the path. You want to stay on the path. You want to stay on the path, but if anything ever comes up and you miss a day, you get right back on it. You get right back on it. The worst type of thing that you can do, and the worst habit that I used to have, is binge habits. This is just a random example, but binge habits would be so bad for me because I would be locked in. I'd be focused for a month, for 2 months, right? And then I might go out one night, drink, do drugs, different things like that. And then I would overdo it, do it too much. And then the next day wouldn't do anything, skip my workouts, different things like that. Anytime you make a mistake, figure out where you went wrong, figure out what triggered you, figure out what you did that was incorrect. Think about, like, did you listen to that little voice in your head that was like, oh, just one more time, oh, just one more skipped workout, one more skipped meal? Did you listen to that voice, or did you ignore it and you did the right thing? The last thing I want to say to you guys is just detach yourself from your feelings, your thoughts, and emotions. And your excuses, they might be valid, but they do not matter. They don't matter, right? You might be tired. You might be out of shape. You might be feeling lazy. You might feel a certain type of way. You might be angry. You might be mad. But that doesn't give you an excuse to act a certain way. What matters is how you act. What matters is what you do, not how you feel, right? You're going to feel a certain type of way, but you have to detach yourself and you have to see those feelings. You have to see those thoughts and emotions, but act in the right manner regardless. Do the right thing regardless. And then once that becomes habit, once that becomes practice, those thoughts, feelings, and emotions are eventually going to subside, and they're going to be more so on your side, right? Every now and then it might come up. Every now and then you might get tested. And that's just a part of life. You're going to get tested. God wants to see how much of a man you are, how strong you are, and if you really deserve all the blessings, which is totally fair, right? And so when those feelings, those thoughts, those emotions, those desires come up, separate yourself from it. Separate yourself. This is you. These are your thoughts, your feelings, and emotions. And this is you still doing the same action that you know you need to do in order to get to where you want to go. Attach yourself, focus on the present. How you feel does not matter. What you do is the only thing that matters. So you know you need to focus, you know you need to have discipline, you know you need to have structure with the thing that you want to do, with the thing you're following your heart about. And but you still should follow your intuition. Not saying you should follow your feelings, your thoughts, your emotions, but you should follow your heart and you should follow your intuition, right? And the reason why I say this is there might be a situation where there's a certain thing you've been working on, certain business, certain creative project, and maybe after a while you just feel like maybe that's not the thing for me, right? And you should follow your intuition and you should immediately change to what you need to do, right? That is not saying that, oh, just because you're tired or you're lazy, you shouldn't work on your business. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you need to follow your intuition. And your intuition is going to tell you, hey, you need to get to work. Hey, you need to do the right thing right now. Hey, you need to focus on the right action, even though, you might be feeling a certain type of way. You might have a certain type of excuse. Your intuition is going to tell you what you know you need to be doing. Your intuition and who you are as a human being is here. Your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and your desires are here. And all that matters is how you act and what you do about your intuition, about the things you know you need to do every single day. That's what counts in life. This, you got to separate yourself. You are two different entities, you are two different things. And that is how you're going to be able to become successful in life and get to where you want to go. This is how I operated when I was developing my physique and building my physique is that, you know, a lot of the time when I was first out of college and first starting to work out, it was difficult. It was hard, right? After work, I didn't want to go to the gym. After work, I didn't want to meal prep. After work, I didn't want to do any of these type of things, right? But my my intuition knows that, hey, this is the path. This is the right thing to do. Going to the gym, doing your meal prep. The time's going to pass anyways, right? So no matter what, just focus on here. You are here. Thoughts and your feelings and emotions are here, and you are literally witnessing them. You are literally in the stands seeing them. That's all I wanted to come up on here and talk to you guys about is that just give up the outcome, focus on the present. Your excuses, your thoughts, your feelings and emotions, they do not matter, but what you do is what matters. And you've got to detach yourself from those thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Focus on the work, focus on the things that you need to do, and focus on following your intuition and your heart, because that is always going to be right instead of your thoughts, feelings, emotions, and that little voice in your head that's telling you and leading you astray. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, had a different setting for you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know your thoughts on the video below. See you guys in the next one.